Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is a moving meditation for setting intentions. So today's practice is a little bit different. It's basically a meditation that's interwoven throughout a little bit of gentle asana and movement. So this is really for those of you who, like me, have some trouble just sitting still in your meditation practice. This will bring in a little bit of movement and visualization so that you can really see yourself bringing your intentions into fruition. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's start off today in a comfortable seated position. So please make your way to that seat, whether cross-legged or sitting back onto the heels. And let's take a few moments as we arrive here today just to settle into the body. So as you're ready, lift the spine up nice and tall, settle your hips down towards the floor. Perhaps close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you, or find a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Allowing yourself a few moments to simply be here as you transition from your day so far into this time on your yoga mat. And as you sit here, beginning to feel this heaviness down through your lower body, feeling your sits bones rooting down towards the earth, and feeling this sense of grounding down through the legs. And I invite you to imagine now that you're slowly pouring soil into the lower body, filling the feet, the legs, the pelvis with this nice, sweet, fertile soil. And as you pour the dirt in, feeling the lower body get heavier and heavier. And as the lower body gets heavier, maybe you can find a bit of softness through the rest of your body, really settling into this space. And once you feel that the lower body is filled with this soil, take a moment just to feel that heaviness, that denseness. Then please consider an intention, or perhaps multiple intentions, that you would like to set here today. And there are no limits to what this intention may be. Whatever it is that you would like to grow, that you would like to create and bring into your life. And I'd like you to imagine your intention or your intentions as seeds. And begin to plant those seeds into this soil that you just poured into the feet, the legs, the hips. Gently, lovingly planting your seeds into the soil, allowing them to take root here within you. And now that you've planted your seeds, we'll begin to water them, give them even more nourishment. So from your seated position, please open your eyes if you had them closed, so that you can slowly transition onto hands and knees. Find your tabletop position. So as you arrive, take a moment, please, to settle in, really root down through the palms, push down through the tops of your feet. Remembering these seeds that you've just planted there around the legs, the hips. And now let's bring in some movement through the pelvis to really water those seeds of intention. So as you inhale, start to lift the heart, lift the tailbone, find your cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your chin around your spine, begin to find your cat. Inhaling to arch through the back, finding your cow. And exhaling to round your spine, finding your cat. One more like that, inhaling for your cow. And exhaling for your cat. Now this time as you inhale into your cow pose, lift the heart, lift the pelvis. As you exhale, begin to swing your hips over to one side and then round the hips back as you start to curl in towards that cat. Then swinging your hips over to the other side, bringing your heart forward, arching the back. Starting to make some circles here through this cat-cow. So feeling this movement starting to give life to these seeds that you've just planted in the soil. Continuing to move slowly, mindfully. And if at any point your mind begins to wander away from your mat, gently bring yourself back to your breath, to this movement, and to your intention. And please switch directions with these circles if you have not already. Moving through the hips, the spine, bringing some fluid, some nutrients to those seeds. And slowly, gradually, beginning to bring yourself back into stillness, slowing down those circles until you land once again in your tabletop position. Restacking the joints, really pushing through the palms, lifting up through your armpits. And we'll start to find the core a little bit more here. So as you inhale, send your left leg back behind you. If you'd like, maybe add on by reaching the right arm forward. Take an inhale here, feel this lightness through the limbs. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your chest, curling in, lifting the navel. Again, inhale to reach long. As you exhale, curl in, starting to build some heat and ignite this inner fire, this inner sun. Inhale to reach long once again. And exhale to curl in. This time as you inhale, reach out long. As you exhale, land your knee, land your palm. And let's shift that to the other side. So this time inhaling to send your right leg back, perhaps reaching the left arm forward. Take an inhale right here. And as you exhale, draw that right knee in towards your chest, curl the belly in. Again, inhale, lengthen out, start to feel that heat through your center. Exhale, knee comes in towards your chest. One more, inhale, reaching out long. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, reach out long one last time. And as you exhale, land your knee, land your palm onto the mat. Tucking your toes behind you now. Moving slowly as you start to shift your hips back towards your heels. Then powering up your legs, lift your hips to the sky, drop your head down as you find your downward facing dog. You're free to take some movement here if that feels good for your body. Feeling that heat, that warmth of the fire that you just ignited within you. This powerful inner sun that's now providing light and warmth and energy to these seeds that you've planted. And seeing in your mind's eye that these seeds are beginning to crack open and slowly unfurl. From your downward facing dog, please bend your knees. Start to walk your feet forward, walk your hands back until everything meets at the middle of your mat, forward fold. Moving slowly here, just like your seed, as that stem begins to unfurl and grow a little taller towards the sky. So when you're ready from your forward fold, feel this rooting down through your feet and take an inhale to rise up to stand. Moving nice and slow as you come up, reach your arms to the sky. And with an exhale, drop your hands down through heart center. Let's take a moment to stand tall here in our mountain pose, rooting down through your feet into the earth, just as your seeds are rooting into that soil that you planted in the lower body. Seeing those stems grow even taller towards the sky, getting ready to blossom and bloom. When you're ready, shift your weight over towards your right foot. Draw your left heel in towards your right ankle and turn the left knee out, opening your hip. Setting up for your tree pose, starting to find your balance here. And perhaps you start to lift that left foot up to the inner calf or the inner thigh as you find your expression of tree pose here today. You might even like to play around with reaching your arms out or up towards the sky, emulating these blossoms opening up towards the sky. Starting to feel and see in your mind's eye these intentions opening up, growing bigger, growing stronger, and getting ready to come to fruition. Find your breath here as you steady yourself in your tree pose. And let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind this shape, dropping that left foot back down to the mat and finding that strong mountain pose. Pause here for as long as you'd like. Then when you're ready, shift your weight over to your left foot. Draw your right heel in, turn your knee open. Maybe even standing up a little bit taller as you push down through your foot, lift up through the crown of your head, and feel that strong fire in the belly still energizing you. And maybe once again, that right foot wants to lift up to the inner calf or the inner thigh, playing around with your tree pose on this side. Perhaps again, moving through the arms if that feels nice. Seeing where you want to land on this side of the pose. And we'll stay for a few rounds of breath here, finding steadiness, yet feeling that lightness, that excitement of these plants coming into bloom. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind this shape, dropping your right foot back down and finding that mountain pose once again. Let's take one more inhale to sweep both arms high to the sky, reaching up as high as you can. As you exhale, bringing your hands back down through heart center. Perhaps closing your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you, or finding a soft gaze forward. Pausing for a final moment here to send some gratitude, some love to these seeds that you've planted. Recognizing their beauty and finding some excitement for that moment when these seeds will bear fruit for you. Imagining these seeds, these intentions, as if they are already fully grown, in full bloom, as if this intention is already happening for you. And let's seal our practice today with one more big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Namaste.